Okay, so after our last series of meetings last week, we wanted to make sure we were aligned, and with the Shulchan office, we want to do with the Mashiach office over there in 302. We want to be supporting them. We want to know what's going on, and we wanted to say that in a nice way. But we want to be able to help as much, and also we have ideas, and we want to make sure that they are within the vision and the direction the office is going, so that it works in concert, and also that we're not duplicating efforts. So for all of those reasons, I dragged Shlomi here, even though he wasn't feeling well. I hope he's feeling better. And I asked him to spend a few minutes sharing the vision of what's going on now as we come up to Gimel Tammuz and after, and then in general, what his vision. He's been almost 5 months in the office now, 4 months. So I'm sure he has already goals and visions for huge and set. And then I also volunteered myself to be the volunteer coordinator, the liaison between the Minatzchim and the Mashiach office, so that whenever there's opportunities for help, I can keep that connection going instead of Shlomi only has time to write it once to never get it back. So I turn it over to Shlomi to give us a good picture of what's going on over there and how we can help, especially with the focus as we want to make an event coming up in the summer, and also what's the next thing after the Tutals of Gimel Tammuz. Shlomi.
Thank you so much, Shmuley. Yes, feeling better. Shab, the past 5 Minatzchim meetings have not attend, and that is due because here in the office of Micro 2, we have a weekly learning of the Malachos, and it's very sturdic, and it's very important that I attend. And so it coincided during that time. So that was simply because of that. So we have one more of those coming up Monday. That's simply, it was just a schedule issue. That's okay. So if you want to hear what's on the plan for Gimel Tammuz first, we decided to launch a relatively easy campaign, 4,000 human worldwide, and just in a nutshell, a little bit backstory for the chevra who are part of the back end, which means us, and that is, Gimel Tammuz is a very hard day to do things because a lot of people coming in this year, a lot of things happening, a lot of places doing things, and we weren't at the point where we could yet influence majorly Moises to integrate our project Mashiach yet. We wanted to also carry on the enthusiasm of the Total's project. So with that being said, we want to do something independent, yet something original. And the originality over here is taking Mashiach home. No one in Moises is making such a thing. That's shluchim all over the world and the national world will be doing a little for bringing for the 40th Siyum Rambam at home with their kids. And we're preparing a full set of resources from A to Z, with a Rebbe video, with an activity, with Dvar Torah, all based on Zois Chanukah Mevav, a absolutely phenomenal sicha the Rebbe has on the Mal Arz Hashem Kamayim Chasim. I won't spill the beans. You have to download the file yourself to get the full rundown. But if you want to look, Zois Chanukah Mevav, absolutely phenomenal. And that's what we entitled it, Making Geula Natural. Making Geula Natural through learning today. That is the triche of this whole Sibra file, with the Nekuda being that, in fact, the 4 Sichos of the Malchus are telling us this, that the Rambam is here to teach us what the natural process of the Sheikh is. That's the Rambam. That's what the Rebbe is trying to tell us of the Rambam. And therefore, the Rebbe has, I'm already spilling the beans, but I was just so excited. The Rebbe has a bomb kasha. A Mal Arz Hashem Kamayim Chasim is the biggest shida that there can be in Teva. How can you say this is what the Rebbe is all about? And the Rebbe's answer is that by us learning this now and Das L'Kev Vicha, starting that now, so by the time the Geula comes upon us, it's going to be natural. It's going to be Minhag Shalom. Anyway, that is the thing. So, Baruch Hashem, we have hundreds of people already signed up. Really, it's not like real marketing it, that's what we need help with. So 4,000 shouldn't be hard at all. And at 4,000 plus, we need 5 languages, Spanish, French just came in today. We have to update that website. Hebrew was yesterday. That website she updated. Just waiting for Russian. So 5 languages, And we already have 4,000 people signed up for the mailing list. 3,000 kids learning the curriculum at schools. 85 communities making a weekly learning, which each of them at least 10 people or more. 30 something yeshivas. So we've estimated 14,000 people already learning the Malachos in one way or the other, whether the actual sichel, the JLI, or whatever, what have you. So this definitely proves where the Malachos is holding in regards to seeing the significance of the Yom Mashiach learning in their life. And so it shouldn't be hard to get 4,000 households to create a seal. It's a matter of awareness of that. It's simply a matter of awareness. Baruch Hashem, a wonderful team headed by Untitled Chapter, who's going to produce the actual content. We discussed it a lot. For those of you who know him, he's extremely talented getting that done. That's the idea for the topics. Aside from that, this is not necessarily coming under my purview.
Just 1 second, Tony. So that's the 4,000, the thing you sent out the picture.
Yes.
And the goal is that 4,000 means 4,000 homes?
Yep, that's exactly what it means.
Okay.
4,000 homes. There you go. There you have it. In honor of the 40th Simon Rabbi, it will tell us 4,000 Simon worldwide. Download Simon file. A full range of resources to conduct the Siyah for Bring with your family, gift for all ages. And the forbidden theme is making Geula natural through learning Chassidus today. Visit thoughts.com/4,000.
So I think when we share this, we should emphasize this is not like, Gabriel, 1 second. This is not like a thing in the Chabad houses. Okay, 1 second, I'm getting it to you. It's not like the houses. This is something that each and every person, Anash, and everyone Shayach should be doing by themselves, which is an innovative thing. It's never been done, like you said.
Nope, completely innovative, never been done before. Stop sharing over here. And it's great. All this stuff is began a pilot project. We see the feedback, and so we go forward. Feedback is a very big thing. I encourage every one of you to help me out with this. We need feedback. We need feedback. We need to know how Chassidim loved this, how Chassidim used it, what went, what did it go. This is very critical for the future. Now, just to mention the kids' curriculum. This just came to my desk just recently. We hired someone to take care of the kids' curriculum, and she did a phenomenal job. Everyone is surely aware. 60 schools strong. They're making a contest. They're making a creative contest for the children who learn the 6 segments of the curriculum of the Malchus. Creative contest means art, song, videos, that sort of thing. And there will be judges who will make a big thing. Date to be determined. They wanted to do a topic, so they do a little later. Give more time. They're launching today. You'll see about that. So that's very exciting because kids getting involved in a creative contest is not an original idea, but it's a very natural outcome of, the schools loved it. The schools loved it. What should I tell you? All Taylor comes, he said, what is this? We need this. Can we translate to Yiddish? Translate to Yiddish, no problem. So you have over there almost, 600, 700 kids learning in Yiddish, curriculum in Yiddish. The Brishka says, this curriculum was only geared for, it was the target age was 3rd to 6th grade. Because you have to choose like an age. We figured like 3rd to 6th grade. They're like, what about the first graders? There's nothing for that. They adapted it. They spent money. I don't know what this takes manpower and money. They adapt the curriculum for the 1st, 2nd grade. But that's another few hundred kids right there. This is just Ikra Heights where it's easy to gain feedback. But I know, Chedet Oil, they're making a whole Mashiach carnival and prize system, Chidon, on this curriculum. And Cheder in LA, Rabbi Greenbaum is better about the wedding. He tells me the entire school's learning it, the entire school's doing it. So that was definitely a tremendous success. And they're going to have a creative competition afterwards. I'll just read it. Someone sent me this today. Once I'm on the subject, I don't know if this is what the meeting's about. Just feedback. I think that's important. It's important for me. It's important to share with everybody. I'll just read. I just finished teaching the Sikha to a group of Bikuravim, and I'm on a high. It's such a geschmack sicha. It's an intellectual pleasure to learn it also for them. And of course, a spiritual pleasure. They're so grateful, and I really believe it's for just almost every level student, even if they're not yet from. This is, I think she's referring. She referring to the JLI curriculum, which many people told me that they used it for the chutz as well. People who are, if they're being taught, just to pick it up, probably wouldn't be. But being taught, it really worked. That was very exciting to hear. I'm busy now compiling all the feedback so we can have a good impact report to share with everybody. That's what I'm busy with.
And if I can add just a little idea to get more feedback, because most people, usually we know it all in everything we do, that the only feedback we get is when they get a complaint. Very few people call back, say thank you. The Rebbe spoke about it. I'm going to digress, but just to mention that story, beautiful story. We used to have a neighbor, labeled Denberg. He passed away not long ago, the father of the Denberg brothers, Shluchim, some of them. The door-to-door neighbor with us. So the wife, Mrs. Denberg, related that when they were going to buy the house, this is, I guess, 55 years ago, 60 years maybe, Label Denberg wrote a letter to the Rebbe, and he had three options, which houses to buy. And he asked the Rebbe which one to buy. And the Rebbe answered him, buy this one. And he ended up buying, and he bought the one that the Rebbe suggested. So then he called, I guess at that time he wrote a letter, phone calls was not such a common thing. So he sent back a thank you to the Rebbe for giving him the good advice, because it turned out that was like even Begashmi is the best house. Right? Label Groner called them up. This is what Mrs. Denberg told me. The label Groner called up to say, you have no idea how thankful the Rebbe was to get your thank you. Pashut made sure to call back that the Rebbe Pashut was happy to get it. In other words, that Baruch Hashem, everything worked out. The Rebbe spoke about it in public a number of times, but just this little thing. So we're crying Chassidim. I have a problem, I'm here, right? And then to say that everything works out is not the same thing as with everything. Getting feedback is usually very, very minimal. Unless you entered into a contest. If you create some kind of a contest, anybody who is going to send back feedback that you participated will get the free set of Rambam. Going to a raffle of something. Maybe it's worth investing.
We thought about that. At least we should discuss it. It's still a raw idea. So far,
can you start giving out like spots at the Fabrengens when Mashiach comes? And we start like reserving your front row seats? Enter a raffle now, because it's going to be packed.
By the way, I heard there's a mama here in Karnitz who put down a deposit of $400 for David Malka and for Ava Fruit. Both of them, $400 each deposit. Mashiach comes, she's reserving for an event. So, a while ago.
Yeah.
When David Malka was still with us. Anyway, hold on a second. Okay, sorry, that was just the French department has the stuff ready, so I'm very excited for the. Okay, it's not incentives. Do you realize we haven't given one incentive for this whole thing? Which actually we have not given one incentive, except for the kids. The kids, they have prizes, but we haven't given one incentive
for feedback, not for participating.
No, I understand, but I'm saying it's a discussion to have. And my team, the decision's mine, but I'm saying my team were mostly not totally against it, mostly like a little against it because, first of all, this proves something. It proves something. It proves, you don't have to give an incentive. But I know that doesn't pertain to feedback, but that proved something. If we created a shift in the consciousness of Lubavitch, This was part of it a little bit, but in regards to feedback specifically, the other point is that it just has to be done in a classy way. If yes, that's the, but yeah, feedback is an issue. But I'll tell you, we come to discuss like this. We're thinking broadly. Think outside the box. If I only got, let's say, 11, 12 complaints, and the Chaitin only got 11, 12 complaints. This proves that this is the most tremendous feedback, because if you're dealing with 14,000 people, only 30 complaints.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. But to share that to share that with donors, to share that with people who invested energy, and to share that with Meisters, it doesn't work. But I worked hard. We worked hard. We worked hours. We called up people that we know. We've compiled it. I'm putting together a report. The more feedback you get over the next coming 3 days, we'll get it to the report, and we send it to the graphic designer, and nothing major, but a little bit of to show the public what was happening all over the world. That's beside the feedback, and that's beside the Thomas.
One more little comment, if I may, on the piece that you send out. We should publicize it, the electronic for the Verbringen, the 4,000. Is there any way possible that you should make that where it says Verbringen 4,000, 2,000, etc., the Verbringen, to be able to click on it directly and go in without having to type? Because I don't think it's a link. Can you create it? Can you send it out as an actual link? Is it possible?
What you say? The flyer?
Maybe just below this flyer, you should have
the flyer that you sent us, right? This is the flyer. Yeah. You want us to send it further, right?
Yeah. Under it,
I click here, nothing happening.
Right.
And we make that the flyer itself should .com.
You can make a link. You'd have to make a second.
At the same time.
No, the answer is on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, you can't do the actual flyer, but
is it on the email? It is.
No, but usually on WhatsApp, whenever we set it out to the Minatzchim group, 99% certain I did this as well. I can check, but we always send out with two texts: the flyer and underword.
I'm wondering if it's possible. I'm not a techie. I'm just asking.
Not on WhatsApp.
It's not possible. Okay.
Maybe the other social media, but Lubavitch is not.
Email.
Lubavitch is not the email.
Email. The same flyer on the email has a link.
Yes.
Yeah, we did send out. We did send out this email. We're sending out today, but that's what we do. You make yeah.
Okay. I want to know, Pashut, I'm sending out tonight the Lamb of Mashiach. I want to send this out. I want to be able to know if I can make it into a link.
Okay, so technically you have to ask the tech department how to do it. I know when we send the emails, you always have buttons in the email. We go directly to stuff.
I can show you later if you need. But I do think that there could be stronger verbiage to. It doesn't look so different. The 4,000. It doesn't look so different than a regular gathering of group things. It doesn't look. It doesn't say at home enough. I think when I was just looking at the email and the other parts, I think we can. It's so different than anything else that we want you to be at home with your families. We're uniting every house together for the Rebbe, and that's something which is not as clear to me until we had this meeting. So I think in the next 10 days we could push that.
Yeah. Okay. 100%. 100%. I don't know if I said this to the last group or I said something else. We've created where you can make your own flyer. You can make your own flyer very easily.
No, but that wouldn't be appropriate to make another flyer. We want to use the same flyer that you're using.
No. What I meant
it's a template that you can make for your family.
You have a template. It says the Parsnik family seal taking place in the living room. You can have a nice little cute flyer you can put at home, which people thought was cute. I said it to you. But yeah,
maybe
to send
make
around
a place that people can share that.
I'll tell you what marketing means we have. Marketing means we have a very robust mailing list, which is very good. Mailing list doesn't mean everyone opens it. It's usually like 25%, 30% open, which is crazy high. Which is crazy high, which is crazy high, and that's because they know they're getting content. Fine. Then there's the WhatsApps. have to go around, which we need tremendous amount of help. There's articles going up on the websites. It's obvious, that's going to happen today. And in the 6th week of learning booklet that's being sent out all over the world, about 7,000 booklets, 7,500 booklets are printed and sent all over. Josh, do you see that in Montreal?
No, I was just going to say, I didn't see the Montreal, but for me in Ishkaraya, I hardly come into, I don't know.
There's 7 Anash shuls in Montreal.
What?
No, say for Montreal, for example, there's 7 Anash shuls in Montreal where Persharaskid gets the stuff and he gives it out. But those,
it's the shul I go to.
What?
I guess he skipped the shul that I go to. I go to what's called the Niskari, the shul in Bislivke, and there is a number of younger light. And the Rav actually, Bichal Dahan, I spoke to him, he's giving a shir on it, he's learning it. I did not see those booklets there. First, to be honest, the first time I saw it, I was in New York 2-3 weeks ago. I saw it by my brother-in-law in the house.
This could say that.
We got here in LA, we were able to get it.
I didn't see.
By the way, in LA is Nishkin. The biggest border in the world today is not Gaza and Israel. It's America and Canada.
Thank you.
I'm joking, but
anyway, we know all about it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's 7,500 copies, which a large percentage of them are actually being taken home. Safely assumed. I know the Kranite is giving out to all the houses because we have the capability. In other places, giving it in the shul, people take it home. Over there, we have a full-page flyer, obviously, for the 4,000 COBIM. So that's very big. Besides for that, those are our marketing means. The biggest thing these days is on the WhatsApp groups. Lubavitch is on WhatsApp for good or for bad, and we need a lot of help. We need a lot of help in that area. That's why I think the Minatzchim have been tremendous help and should be for this project as well.
So right now,
you want to say anything I said?
To wrap up the effort till Gimel Tav.
To wrap up, I want to give an update. An estimated 40,000 chassidim, men, women, and children, learning in some form, some ifed, the project Bamalchus that we have. We're entering our 6th week, and that's estimated 40,000. Many of them, we have no idea the number. Many of them are learning all the sikhs, are learning on a constant basis. And to end it off, we have produced a very unique program. 4,000 siyubim worldwide, an unprecedented number of siyubim in honor of the 40th siyum Rambam that's taking place on Gimel Tammuz. And the uniqueness of this program is the siyum is happening at home with your family. Producing a siyum file, a downloadable file with resources from A to Z to conduct a siyum for bringing with your children on the topic of making Geula natural through the learning of Chassidus today. That's the theme. And this is promising to link all that you learned under the 4 Sichos of the Rambam, to link it to your life, to make it applicable to your life, and going forward. This is to be done at home with your children. It's very easy to sign up, very easy to access the material. It's free. It's for shluchim. It's for adash. It's for everybody. 4,000 is an easy number to get to because we have many, many people who are already engaged. It's 4,000 plus. People say, why don't you do 6,000? Because it's a 40 siyum. You need to have that good number 4. So 4,000 plus. 40,000 was a little too big for families. Maybe it's 40,000 individuals. I don't know. So 4,000 plus siyumim. That's beginning of Tammuz. Also by then, there's going to be launched today a creative competition for the kids. You'll be hearing more prata about that. I don't have all the prata to share with everyone, but it's a creative competition with an event of all the schools that had children learning these 6 segments of the curriculum on the Rebbe's Biyurim of Rambam, Gift for Kids. I'm sure you all saw. And we are trying to use all our marketing means to push that households all over the world in 5 languages, by the way: English, Lashon Kodesh, French, Russian, Spanish, and the resources hopefully will be in Yiddish as well. So 5 to 6 languages, Chassidim all over the world uniting and making a siyum at home for half hour with their family. The marketing means are through the Chabad websites, articles, emails that we'll be sending out, and printed flyers. But the biggest and most effective is through WhatsApps, it's through personal interactions. And that's where we need the manpower of the Minatzchim to say that I want to contribute to this global effort. I want to be a contributor. I want to be an insider. And the way to be an insider doesn't have to be moving mountains. Not part of the Mashiach office, a person paid to literally do this the whole day. My contribution is going to be take the ready material and spread it. Every one of us are 10 groups. Every one of us have large families connected to Hardal. And I was talking with someone in the office. I said 4,000 is an easy number. Between you and me, it's already 10 students. It's 10 students each, 20 students. I have from my side and my wife's side. I have 10 families that are going to be doing it very easily. Why wouldn't they want it? It's a beautiful program. So such a thing. You have 70 people in the Minatzchim, 100 people. Make that calculation. How many families you reach? If people are going to make that effort, take that 15 minutes, probably 15 to 20 minutes to actually do it right. Send it personally to people. Make a personal text to the people that are really going to be engaged, and then just to blast your WhatsApp groups with people who just need to see that awareness as well.
I wanted to take this opportunity to again thank you. Just like I thanked you personally by the feeding of Ben. I want to tell you that das gemacht, also wenn mamish chadoshim mamish. The 30 years that went by, we feel mamish chadoshim the Rebbe Retzon's Heint Keach Nissen, and the excitement from Nun Aleph. It's even more. It's mamish more to part of the placha than Nun Aleph. The bottom line is, as I say this was weiß, the Rebbe is mit uns, and the Rebbe halt dort zu Islam von Galus. This Pula is an unbelievable kol hakavod. This is incredible work. It's mamish mobilizing the entire world. I know in LA, in California is like that. I know that any other place for sure durchgebracht in the Klippe.